Alright guys, today is February 24th, Friday. We're actually heading out to California for the Anaheim Fit Expo. And we're doing it as big as we can. You know, we're not the biggest company in the world. We're doing it as big as we can. Actually, a flyer, check this out. One empty suitcase and one regular suitcase. So I have to bring like all the stuff that I need. But to ship the stuff back from the expo, what will be left over, is like $350. Where I can actually just put it in a suitcase and check the suitcase on the way back. It should fit in the suitcase, which would be like $50 max. So it makes sense just to do it that way. But, is this my Uber? I think it's time to roll. Apparently, I mean, I'm not the one that booked the flights, but apparently it's the first time I've been booked on a flight that doesn't allow carry-ons. What the fuck? All right, and just like that, we arrived at the hotel room. I just ran into, this is interesting, right? So go back 5, 6, 7 years, 4 or 5, maybe 6 years max. Everybody competing back then, it was like a different kind of crowd, right? I mean, there's more people competing now. There were less stars in the sport back then. So I'm downstairs waiting for in the FedEx, trying to get my stuff that it's on its way up to the room now. The banner, the box full of product, which showed up, which is amazing because both my suitcases made it here and the box of product showed up. That's best case scenario. Cool. So this girl starts talking to me. She says, hey, she's like, who are you guys with? And I said, well, I'm not with anyone. I said, I am GFD Labs. She's like, oh, so cool. She's like, I'm with GFit. And I'm looking at her and I'm like, GFit, why do I know what the fuck? And I'm looking at her and I'm like, it's Gina Aliotti, a former figure Olympia competitor. Like, I remember her. It was my ex-girlfriend Carrie's like favorite figure competitor for like the longest time. And I remember her and it just didn't even dawn on me. I'm standing here talking to her. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm talking to Gina Aliotti. Like I was kind of like really actually kind of a little starstruck. I was taken back. I was like, what the fuck? Like I didn't know that she was still doing expos and stuff like that, but she still looks like she could step on stage anytime. That's, I think, what's missing nowadays, right? She's not competing anymore, but she looks like an Olympia competitor right now. Like standing there, she looks like she's going on stage right now, but it's nowadays they get out of shape, you know, like the competitors don't stay in shape year round. They get fluffy, they call in bullshit like that, and then they go, I don't know why I'm not getting the opportunities, because you're not in fucking shape. Jay Cutler set a precedent a long time ago where he was in shape year round. He could do guest posing year round, he could take photos year round, and he used to get all the work. He used to get all the opportunities because he was already in shape. And nowadays, people go, I need to build, bulking season, dirty bulk, all this bullshit. I'm like, that's why you're fucking losing opportunities. That motherfucker that stays in shape is going to get a million times more opportunities than you because you're not fucking ready for it. And companies in different things are not going to, in situations, not going to sit around and be like, yeah, we'll give you 6 weeks to pull some of that fucking chub off you. No, they're not. They're like, can you be ready next week, the week after? If not, guess what? You know, we'll find someone that can. I actually get the CarMax commercial because Richard Siegelman actually had something else to do. He was like, fuck, I can't. So it wasn't like they're like, oh, we'll wait for you. They were like, well, who else can do it? Plain and simple. And that's how I get the CarMax commercial. I was already in shape. I stayed in shape all the time. And I was ready to do it. That's it. So I had a national commercial for CarMax that I wouldn't have gotten if I hadn't been in shape. So it was really cool to meet her like face to face and see that she's still just as good a shape as she's ever been. It was pretty awesome. So we're going to get some of this. Let me show you guys right now some of these expo hacks. So in this suitcase, I brought the Yeezys with me, and I brought the baseball hats, the embroidered baseball hats with me. And then I brought another suitcase, this one that's totally empty. So now tomorrow, or tonight, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the box that I got, I'm gonna put all the stuff from the box in that suitcase. And then I'm gonna drag that suitcase over with me in the morning, put it all on the table. Done. It'll have, or no, actually this suitcase, because it's the bigger one. So I'm gonna put everything in this suitcase. I'll take that stuff out, put it like on the chair, take that suitcase with me, and put everything out on the table. When we come to leave to come back home, I'll have that stuff in this suitcase here, and the rest of the stuff that we didn't sell back in that suitcase, check them back on the plane and bring them back like that. It's actually gonna be cheaper for me to actually check the bag for like 25 bucks. Even if it's overweight, I'm probably still looking at, about $200 cheaper than shipping the thing back home. And then I don't have to worry about the shipping either. I know it's gonna make it there, and if, you know, if it's with me, then I check it, I know everything's good. So I'm actually gonna fold the banner and put it in there because the banner is a one-shot deal. Like I think I'm gonna get a different banner for the next expo. So this one I think I'm actually gonna put up in the garage. It's a 6x9, it's a huge banner. It looks really cool. But I want something that's like a better material that doesn't, like if you fold it, it doesn't crease. Oh, there's the stuff right now. All right, so the box made it, which it looks like it's a little dilapidated, which, okay, as long as it made it. And here's the banner here. So I'm just gonna walk this across the street right now, put this up now, and then that box I'll unpack into the suitcase. We'll be good to go for tomorrow. All right, now after the setup, the big suitcase is packed with all of the product. Now, we're actually missing this one. We're gonna put this one box here, which is not gonna fit in there. So I'm gonna have to just come run back here and get it, or let me just carry it down to the top. Maybe I could actually put that on top and balance it and drag the whole suitcase down. That'll probably work. So that suitcase goes in the morning. Moved all my other stuff into that suitcase. As you guys can tell, I'm really neat when I travel. Anyways, but this will be the suitcase that goes with us tomorrow. Now, all that's left to do is sleep. All right, guys, we get to the expo right here. You can see it right behind me. First official booth, booth 532. And just like that, with a little bit of movie magic, it actually didn't take me that long to hang it. What's fucked up is it's kind of the way these drapes are over here. Like, you can't hang it evenly because then the drapes are open and like it's kind of fucked up. So it's kind of off to one side, which hopefully they can put something over here on this side to kind of cover that up, because otherwise you can't hang the banner. It's like there's no way to stick it on there. But here we go, guys. First GIFD booth ever. Okay, a little more to do than sleep. We still have to finish client emails, which, here's the deal, guys. When you go on these trips and stuff like that, even on vacations as a business owner, and I was talking to Debbie Sandler who actually runs the Fit Expos. She does LA, she does this one, I think she does San Jose too. But it's different when you're the owner, right? And you're not just like an athlete or the face of the company or something like that. You're doing it all yourself, which means I put up the banner, I ship the stuff out. I had to fly out here, pick everything up and drag it over there. Like, that's what I wanted. I wanted that experience, you know what I mean? Because I've always been the one that just shows up and then I just kind of do the booth and shake hands and take pictures and shit. But I want to feel what it feels like to pack boxes, right? I want to feel what it feels like to travel and pick up all your shit and move it over there. And how I had the banner made. I developed the products. Nobody has helped you with anything. It's literally me. I figured out how to do all of these things on my own. And that's the exciting part, is like, you can't fail if you're out there doing what I'm doing right now. Even if the business closed tomorrow, I wouldn't consider it a failure. I'd say I absolutely won. And people are like, well, Jerry, if the fucking business closed, here's the deal. I learned so much from doing what I'm doing right now at the bottom floor, like at the very bottom, right? So when you're an athlete or you're a face of a company, you're more towards the top, right? I mean, let's face facts. You're not the owner, but you're more towards the top. When you're at the bottom, when you're the owner, the face, and the athlete, and at the bottom, like, you're learning everything on that totem pole. You're learning how to do everything to run a business, so that when it's finally big enough and it's cranking, you know exactly how to handle situations, how to get shit done, and what to do. Whereas opposed to if you just decided to start a business, guys, I'm telling you right now, it's not that easy. You don't say, I'm starting a business, and all of a sudden it's successful. It doesn't work like that. Like, you start at the bottom, literally. And I'm just excited to be at the bottom right now, which may sound weird, but, you know, every single day it's like I'm inching up from the bottom, like 1 inch at a time, till I'm trying to get to that top of the hill, right? But that progression, I don't think there's anything more enjoyable. The tiredness and the fucking lack of sleep and the constant stress, which this stress is a whole different other stress than you've had before in your life. Like, competition stress is one type of stress. You know, like, you know, getting fired from your job is a certain type of stress. Being the owner of a company is a certain type of stress. Being everything that runs in that company, customer service, logistics, shipping, fucking the face of the company, the marketing, everything. Like, it's a whole lot of stress, but it's all worth it. So I'm going to finish my client emails. It's time to hit the rack, because we're going to get up tomorrow and we're going to push full steam ahead. I am so excited, guys. Thank you so much for coming along for the ride. This is fucking awesome. All right, guys. Day one of the expo is about to commence. It's a little overcast out here, so I don't know if we can even get a... Yeah, it's still a little overcast out there, but today is August 25th. And I just put up the post on Instagram. A year ago today, Rich Piana died. He'd been in a coma for a little while, and I got the message late. It was actually from Stan McQuay, saying that Rich had passed away, and nothing had been confirmed yet. Like, we were like, oh, fuck, but, you know, Stan grew up with Rich. He was in that neighborhood and stuff where Rich grew up, and they were tight, so he knew, I think, before a lot of other people knew too. So it's kind of like a somber day. Like, it's weird, because it's supposed to be an exciting day for GFD Labs and myself. Somber day because it's 1 year anniversary of Rich. And the one thing I do know right now is if if it's true, like after you die, they can still see you and hear you, and they're still there. Like he's absolutely looking down, going, "Fuck," I didn't realize it had that much of a. I mean, he knew, but that much of an impact on people to where his passing would really, really debilitate some people. And I know for a fact he'd be like going fucking, "Fuck yeah, what up, Jerry? Yeah, GFD Labs." Like he would absolutely be stoked that fucking I'm doing the GFD Labs. So I'm just gonna grab something to eat, get over to the expo, get the badges, set up the booth, and let's see how today goes. It's an exciting day, but it's a somber day at the same time, which is kind of sucks, but.
Oh, Jerry. Whoa. What's up,
How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, man?
What is your favorite YouTube channel?
Oh, BioS. How you doing, boss man?
Alright guys, so here we are, we're all set up. We get the exclusive tees. We also decided to bring the hats, the embroidered baseball hats, polyester. So when you're training in the gym, it doesn't get all hot and you can actually sweat right through them, you're good to go. Easy giveaway. Perfect post. So today's show specials, t-shirts $20, perfect post $30.
Alright, so one of the things that I learned while we were putting up this banner is I brought the zip ties to tie it up at the top, right? And it didn't actually fit on the side over here. This thing was open, but it ties up there, and on the bottom, I had to make this little chain with the ties so that this thing didn't curl up, so it was like curling up. So this is one of the things that you learn on the road that nobody teaches you, but you have to learn along the way. Bring your zip ties and bring enough of them so you can make a little chain and make sure that your banner fits properly.
What hat is this? That's a nutrition. That's why I shop at Philosophy.
You guys local?
Yeah, pretty local, half hour away from here.
What's up, everybody? We're here with Edward, and Edward actually would talk to him all the time online, right? Listen to this. Now, sometimes people don't pay attention. So Edward got this email from somebody, and he wanted to read you guys the email.
Dear Jerry, hold on, let me fix this fucking camera angle. Make that shit square. I just hired this well-known coach, and I am an absolute animal in the gym. Beast mode this, beast mode that, I leave it all. I have to lay it down on the floor in between sets. Now, my main carb source is Pixie Sticks and Pop-Tarts, and my fat source is coconut oil. And before cardio, which is basketball, I mix my Tiger Fitness BCAAs and my coconut oil. My only protein source is BCAA because they build muscle. My diet is perfect because if it fits your macros, Jerry, the science. I'm currently like 2% body fat. I'm 6 days into my prep, and I'm 8 weeks out from a show. But my coach didn't include any cheat meals. Now, I'm writing to you because I don't want to experience any metabolic damage. And I told my coach I need my pepperoni pizza on Sundays because the pepperoni, it helps grow your calves after calf day. Now, life's too short not to have dessert. I need my yummy snacks and treats because I just like to nibble. And nothing's happening. What do I do?
I like to fucking nibble. That's
It's a rain band that only I have, Kanye has, Kanye's friend who passed away has. One company sold one, I think Shoebutter has the other. There's only 5 pairs that they were like that. I didn't even know where they were because I never bought them. No, I have them in the box in the process like this. It's like I've been doing it for a while now, and I was trying to do this, but I realized that Bono was like, oh, that even
all right, guys. We're here on day one. Now, you guys may remember the email that I read about the individual that had 2 kidney transplants, 3 liver transplants. Did you get anything out?
You got it.
All right, so this is the guy here. Tell everybody what your name is and everything,
How you
man.
guys doing? I'm Patrick from Michigan, out in Anaheim right now for the Fit Expo, having a great time. Met Jerry for the first time, great guy. Having a blast, what can I say? I'm speechless.
So I wanted to put Patrick on film because I think a lot of people, like, there are individuals who say stuff like, a viewer wrote in and asked me a question, or a viewer wrote an email to me and they don't believe that the people are real. Well, Patrick's here, he's real. And what's funny is the way he introduced himself. He's like, I'm the one that had the multi-kidney and liver transplant. I was only one of those guys that I know. So, Patrick, thank you for coming out. Is there anything you want to say to anybody out there that may, I don't want to say be in a similar situation because it's very hard to be in a situation that you were in. But anybody that's struggling out there with whatever, what do you have to say?
Honestly, my best advice is don't give up. And then when it seems like things aren't going to get any better, once again, don't give up. I've been through several transplants myself, and I'm still kicking. So I believe in everybody out there.
That's a good message. Thank you guys for coming.